We started our cloud journey about a little over a year back, and it was done out of a need because at that time our data or our operations were growing so fast that we needed a larger RAM. We needed, I think, about 32 GB RAM, and we placed an order with our regular vendor, and he took about, I think, 3 weeks to procure that RAM and put it there. So we had lost business for 3 weeks because just the infrastructure could not scale up. That forced us to look around at alternate solutions. Cloud was very early days of cloud during those days, but that was the only solution that we could find to solve this problem. Whereas in cloud, it happens instantaneously. In a second, you could upgrade your RAM. In a second, you could degrade your RAM. So hence, we started our journey with the cloud. And then when we looked at multiple clouds, Amazon was the perfect solution because there was a brand behind it, credibility behind it. So we chose Amazon and started our journey. And we are greatly benefited because of that. There are multiple benefits. First thing is the instant scaling up and scaling down, which also translates to cost. For example, in the daytime, as the number of visitors increases, our cloud infrastructure automatically scales up by itself. And during the night time, when we hardly have any customers coming onto the website, it completely comes down to a smallest level, thus saving us the cost. I mean, roughly it will be half of the cost because when you're not using, you're not purchasing. When you're using, you're purchasing the infrastructure. That is one thing. And the second thing is it completely eliminates. We also use Amazon's RDS, which is a database. And because of that, it completely eliminates the DBA position in our office. There is no database administrator because it takes care of itself. So you have cost savings on a particular skill set. And the next one is it also has elastic scalability, and it has virtual IP, which means every time you make a new release of software, there is no downtime. You can put up a new server, port all your software there, and in a second you can port your IP number from here to there, which means there's no downtime whenever you make a release. But otherwise, typically you would have come across websites which say, we are in maintenance phase, so please bear with us for a few hours or so. That completely is eliminated in a cloud infrastructure. On the application front, we use cloud because of which costs come down. But on the infrastructure front, whereas the applications that we use internally, we leverage open source in a big way. For example, all our call centers run on open source VoIP solution called Asterisk, where we don't have to pay any charge at all. You put it onto a machine and then put a card there, and it keeps working. And all our operating systems are Ubuntu, and similarly our business intelligence suite, we use a tool called Pentaho. So we leverage open source in a big time, and we've not faced any mission critical problems in using open source. Yeah, that's why our costs are very low. Okay, I think mobile is going to pick up. We are also seeing early indicators of that in our own product, and cloud certainly will pick up because there are a lot of benefits there. And the third one I could say is with the new HTML5, I think web will increasingly play a much bigger role than it is playing today.